Hey all, here at OS Reviews. Today we're taking a closer look at the PITAKA Air Essential. This is a Qi wireless charging pad, and PITAKA is a brand that for the past few years has been making really unique carbon fiber ultra-thin cases for iPhones and Samsung Galaxy devices, some of which are advertised to be bulletproof, so sturdy and clean design. This is one of their first products outside of their cases, which is again this wireless charging pad, and what's interesting is they're using a trio coil design. In fact, they claim that this is a breakthrough in the Qi charging space. Typical manufacturers can only do 2 coils for reasons like overheating, and we know that even Apple had a significant amount of technical difficulties when they initially wanted to create a charging mat for their iPhones and AirPods, but essentially that project was scrapped. Now it's important to point out that even though this has 3 coils, it can still only charge one device at once. That is, the charging mat's dimensions are still relatively small. It's only about the same size of a phone. So unlike Apple's original idea, you aren't able to charge, say, a phone, a watch, and AirPods at the same time. You can still only pop one thing on it at once. It's just the orientation and the sensitivity is a lot higher, allowing you to pop it down more carelessly and still have it charge and work. It can still work even if there's a thin case, such as one of PITAKA's own carbon fiber cases on the phone, and still provide very quick top-up speeds, up to 10 watts, which is going to be very fast for supported devices like the latest Samsung Galaxy phones, for example. Now, the design of the pad here is also still made out of carbon fiber. In addition, the color here is the obsidian black. Inside of the box, we have access to the charging cable. It is using a standard USB Type-C for power input. Then there's just the charging pad itself, which we'll take a closer look at in a second. And underneath here, there's a thank you card that you can slide out to take a closer look at how to use it. A closer look at the design, the pad itself is extremely premium feeling. The entire base here is constructed out of a aluminum unibody, so it feels very cold and hefty to the touch. PITAKA logo here and soft touch rubber feet prevents it from sliding around on a surface or on a desk. Top here simply uses the USB Type-C for power input, and then we have 2 status LED lights on the top of the charging mat when a phone is popped on here and currently charging, and that's it. So a very clean design. Now, the carbon fiber texture here is also coated in a layer of soft touch rubber, so it provides some resistance and also prevents the phone from sliding around or getting too slippery when you pop it down. Alright, so plugging it into power, it takes a moment to initialize, and afterwards you can see the white light indicating that it's ready. As a quick demo, let's just pop a smartphone here on top of it, and you can see it instantly begins charging up, and it indeed is fast charging wirelessly. We see the LED here start to blink to indicate that it's charging. It is a smart charger in the sense that it's not going to overheat or overcharge your phone. Once the battery reaches 100%, it will automatically stop charging the device. We can see that the charging still continues even if you pop it like this. If you put it in the other orientation, charging is still going to be at the exact same rate. Again, this rectangular size is in line with most modern smartphones, having that taller aspect ratio that's a bit more stretched and allows you to align it pretty easily. I can move it off axis, and again, it still is fully functional. So indeed, it is one of the least picky chargers that I've tried out when it comes to just the alignment process. Pretty much as long as you are popping it onto the mat, it will be charging without any issues. Now, one thing I will say though is I still wish there would be maybe some type of LED lighting ring on the parameters to help you see it more clearly if you are in a really dark environment. Again, this simply makes it easier to locate if all the lights are turned off, maybe in the bedroom that you're putting the mat in. But aside from that, overall it does work really well. In terms of the charging rate and performance, it's no surprise that this is one of the fastest wireless chargers currently available on the market. It will typically reach 100% in around an hour and a half, which is a really incredible speed. Of course, the exact time does depend a little bit on the battery capacity of your phone. If it's a larger battery pack, then it may take a little longer as well to charge up. Now, for charging devices like the latest iPhones, which support a slightly slower charging standard, up to 7.5 watts, it's going to take a little bit longer, usually around 2 hours, 2.5 hours to completely top up, but still is, again, a pretty fast speed overall. So in terms of other devices like wireless headphones, for example, we can see that the wireless charging does also work. The LED light here pops onto life. Although again, one thing we aren't able to do is charge, 2 devices or multiple devices at the same time. Unfortunately, you can see it's not going to continue charging the wireless earbuds, but if we remove it, it now continues charging the earbuds. So just as a safety measure, I guess, to provide ample power, it will only charge up one device at a time. So that's more or less it for our hands-on review of the PITAKA Air Essential. This is definitely one of the most stylish and premium looking and performing wireless charging mats currently on the market. It's a really compact, it's built out of very luxurious materials and really improve your efficiency of using a charging mat. It does come at a premium of a slightly higher price. Again, $70 for a charging mat isn't the cheapest thing, but I'd say it's fair compared to some of the other brand names on the market delivering similar 10-watt fast charging performance. So you can check out more details if interested in the links down below, but for now that's been our video. Thanks for watching here at OS Reviews. That's been the PITAKA Air Essential Triple Coil Qi Wireless Charger.